We're here taking a look at PenVote, our flagship voting system. And as you can see, we're going to use a paper ballot, very similar to ballots that are printed around the country today. This is an optical scan ballot design. This is from the Brennan Center. The Brennan Center has been doing work on trying to create better ballot design. It's more user-friendly. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our selections again with our digital pen. But when we're done, we're going to check this little box down here at the bottom of the page, and that's going to send the results through this Galaxy tab. At that point, they're basically already tabulated and ready to be observed if anybody wants to see the ballot. In an actual voting booth, we would have a monitor in which you would see the ballot that you filled out in ink along with an image of a ballot with the results. And we could take a look at that as well. Normally in the voting booth, after marking the ballot, it would be inserted in a cradle here that would attach to some kind of a device. Now, again, not to a computing device. We would have other ways of doing it, but there would be a large video display in which the person then would compare the actual marking of the ballot with the results. So what we're going to do with this, there's a variety of candidates and issues. The first one is representative in Congress, and we're going to just go ahead and select Jeff Miller. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just trying to keep my tab on here. I'm going to mark write-in here for the governor, and I'm going to write my name, Chris Wilson, W-I-L-S-O-N. And then I'm going to pick Buddy Dyer for Attorney General and Charles Bronson for Commissioner of Agriculture. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say Ron Melton. And then for these nonpartisan judicial races, I'm just going to go yes, no, yes, no. I'm going to go yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And the very last one I'll leave blank just to show you how we can make some changes. So when I'm finished, I'm going to put a little check mark right in here, which I've now done. And now you'll see that that information is saying sending, and the Galaxy tab made a little played a little sound which indicates that the information has already been sent. The next part of the video will actually do a screen capture where we'll show you this ballot on the screen, and you'll be able to see exactly what took place. And just so that you'll know that this is the right ballot, I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to go ahead, actually I don't have a space that I can write neatly in here, but what I'm going to do is, this should suffice. You'll see with the governor that it had the write-in for Chris Wilson, so that should be adequate. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cap back on the pen, and that basically is all you need to do to learn to use the PenVote voting system. So watch the second segments here and you'll begin to see how all this comes together. Thank you for watching.
We've just voted the sample ballot, the Brennan Center sample ballot for Escambia County. And we're over on the PenVote verifier screen where we have all of the Brennan ballots that have been voted. So I'm going to pull up the one that we just did, which is the third one down here. And the first thing you'll note is that it comes up in a split screen. And I'm going to pull that up a little bit larger. But we have a left-hand side and a right-hand side. The left-hand side shows the ballot written out in ink as the voter wrote it themselves. So there it is. You can see the actual marks in ink, and you can see, for example, the write-in here, Chris Wilson, written in ink. So the voter says, yes, that is indeed my ballot. On the right-hand side, we have a similar ballot design, and it has the actual results. So we can see Jeff Miller here is marked in ink, and Jeff Miller is selected over here. And for write-in, it says governor. For governor, it says write-in, and the name is Chris Wilson, and it correctly converted that to Chris Wilson. We have Ron Melton up here, and for our judicial races, we have yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So the voter has great confidence that this is indeed their ballot, and it has been interpreted correctly. Now, the actual voting screen would look different than this. Quality would be a little bit different, and there would be buttons, either touchscreen or physical buttons, where you could accept the ballot or reject the ballot or make changes. There are a couple other things here that I do want to show you. here we have some settings, and one of the things we can do is change this to a little bit different method of verification. If we don't want to do the side by side, we have a thing called Quick Edit. We can pull the ballot up here, and I'll size it again. Then I'm going to pull the Quick Edit screen up. And what the Quick Edit screen allows you to do is to customize a set of results over here that you can see and lay them out on the screen. So Jeff Miller would show up here under District 1, Jeff Miller. And again, it looks similar to the ballot. There are 3 columns. And for the write-ins, as I can see here, write-in Chris Wilson, that's going to show up over here. So you can do it this way, so you can do it in a graphical or a non-graphical comparison. Now, the other thing that's very interesting is you'll notice this play button and this playback tab. And I'm going to hit this playback tab. I'm going to resize that ballot just a little bit more. I'm going to pull it down some. Something unique about our voting system is that we have the ability to actually play back the marking of the ballot. Now, why does this matter? It certainly matters when you're trying to deal with questions of voter intent. For example, if somebody were to scratch out Jeff Miller and then come back and select Bert Oram, maybe it was even 2 minutes later after they've gone through and voted everything else. When we play this back, we can actually see this being marked. So the questions of voter intent become very clear. I know there are people selling optical scan systems where they scan them back in and project them on the wall and claim that this is exciting to look at all this dead static information that really doesn't help. Our system is light years ahead in that you actually can watch the playing of the ballot, and if there's concerns about voter intent, you can certainly get a lot more information. So let's go ahead. I'm going to mark play and watch over there on the ballot, and you'll see Jeff Miller being filled out. Now here comes write-in, CHRISWILSON. So you can actually see the ballot. There's Charlie Crist, David Nelson, Ron Melton, and then yes, no, and so forth. So this is the actual playing back of the ballot. That's unique in the industry. For political scientists, what it means, a couple things. One, since everything is date and time stamped, you can tell how long it took somebody to make a decision. And that's really important. For example, when they go to vote for President of the United States, did one party pick their person very quickly and the other party, people had to take a long time to decide on it, and so forth. So there's a lot of information that can come out of this. Also in terms of ballot design, are people starting at the top and working down? Are they going left to right? Where are they falling off and giving up? Are they coming back to anything and changing their mind? So we can learn a lot and improve the ballot design process as well. But this is information, again, never been available to scientists, political scientists, elections administrators, and others. This is really something that's unique to Digital Pen Voting Solutions. So for more information, go to our website, www.penvote.com. or give us a call at 614-388-9119. And we thank you very much for watching.